Welcome back. I go by Steph. I react on this channel. Remember guys to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let's get into it. Alright, so yeah, okay. chill. This guy used to be on top, man. He used to be one of the funniest guys on YouTube, man. But from what I've knows what's going on the internet. It's not going so well for my man, Young Phils. Really, bro. But yeah, apparently this happened to remember Young Philly by Ryan Pictures. Let's see what he's got going on. His life is over now, man. It's just sad, man. Let's go.
Young Philly might have built one of the worst reputations in UK media history, going from winning Personality of the Year in 2021 to facing charges so serious they brought his entire career crashing down. My name's Ryan.
It's just so sad to see, man. Our brother.
This video, we'll be looking at the deserved downfall of Young Philly and the shocking updates in his criminal case. Before everything fell apart, Young Philly, whose real name was Andreas Felipe, was widely seen as one of the most promising entertainers in the UK YouTube scene. He started his career in 2013, making and posting comedy skits, public interviews, and music-related videos like his cameo with Cadet.
This video, man, don't need you in this car. Listen, Young Philly, I'm a massive fan of you, Cadet.
Oh man, RIP Cadet, man.
You know I like the big back things, you know when it jiggles.
His loud, confident personality
he was
made him instantly recognizable, and it didn't take long before he became a national sensation, with people describing him as legendary and that guy everyone wants to have in their friendship group. His collabs with Chunks helped him push him even further into mainstream popularity, turning them into one of the most iconic duos. Philly's reach expanded even further when he became a recurring face on Foot Asylum and Pro Direct Soccer, eventually starring in Does the Shoe Fit?, a series where his unfiltered humor helped turn the show into one of the biggest dating shows on UK YouTube. TV networks quickly took notice, leading to
these shows are actually so funny though. They were good, man. These shows I grew up on, man. I was like in my later teens, younger teens. I'm like 16, 17. These shows are funny.
BBC
he had a good energy, man.
And Don't Scream in 2019, with The Guardian even describing his on-screen presence as so youthful that it should come with a new kind of 18 certificate. By 2023, he had become a fully established mainstream personality, and for a while, it looked like Young Philly was on a trajectory with no ceiling, until everything changed on the night of September 27th, 2024. Young Philly performed at the Bar One nightclub while touring in Australia, which was a popular nightclub known for hosting international artists.
Bro, look at the crowd. Everyone turn up. Right, listen. I ain't never been to a Young Philly like event or function or whatever, but hey, he's got fans that'll pull up to his thing on a night out thing, rave, bro. I felt like he was on top, man. You know, I feel like he was undefeated. I think the case is still ongoing as well, so.
These were spent gathering statements, reviewing injuries, and piecing together what had allegedly happened. And by the time police issued an arrest, Philly had already traveled to Brisbane for the—
Bro, what happened, man? In that room in Perth, bruh. I suppose it's alleged and it isn't, like, you know, I think the investigation is still ongoing, so it's just not a good look, man.
Next leg of his tour, which is where officers finally detained him on October 8th, 2024. He was taken into custody and then extradited.
To be honest, I didn't realize it's going for this long, you know. Like it was last year he got detained, but it's 2024, it's been a couple of years now. But
back to Perth, a detail that instantly made the situation feel significantly more serious.
Popular musician and YouTuber from the UK known as Young Philly has been extradited from Queensland to WA, accused of serious sexual assault allegations following an incident in Perth.
Some fans reacted to the news saying, "Oh my god, I swear I had so much faith in Philly, why would he do that?" While diehards still tried to defend him, saying, "Innocent until proven guilty."
Yeah, I'm the person that's not gonna jump straight on the bandwagon and be like, oh yeah, he definitely did it, this and that. It's just like, I mean, people have shown it, you know, like clips of him maybe looking a bit suspect, this and that. But hey, I suppose innocent to proven guilty. But hey, I'm this person that wants to see the full picture, the full facts before I give my, you know, my full thoughts.
Court appearance, the atmosphere around the case changed instantly when prosecutors revealed that the accusations involved 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent, 3 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm, and 1 count of impeding breathing by applying pressure to the neck. But the real turning point came when prosecutors presented photographs of the women's injuries, describing them as proof of violent behavior and that no ordinary person could consent in those circumstances. The language used in court was so blunt and so severe that it immediately dominated the headlines. Police argued strongly against granting him bail, insisting that he was a flight risk and that the evidence they had made the allegations impossible to ignore.
Police investigating him say they have an extremely strong case that includes CCTV footage of the social media star on the night of the alleged offences.
His lawyer, a high-profile Perth barrister who went by the name of Seamus Rafferty, attempted to counter the claims, and despite the prosecution's objections, Philly was eventually granted bail. The court approved his release under strict conditions, including a ban on contacting the complainant.
Yeah, because I know you got bail. So I guess he got out on bail.
A restriction preventing him from discussing the case online, and an order requiring him to remain in.
This is how it normally goes. You know, ain't gonna want to be talking all online about this and that. So I suppose wasn't allowed to say anything.
Western Australia. His bail reportedly cost around $100,000, and the decision allowed him to stay out of custody while the investigation continued. He later pleaded not guilty to all charges, but the allegations alone were enough to overshadow everything he had built up until that point. Then months later, 2 additional charges of sexual penetration without consent.
And the thing is, like, when it rains, it pours, man. When it rains, it pours. Just boom, another two women just came out like, boom, wait a minute. Yeah, he actually did it to me as well, bruh. This guy needs to chill, man. Oh man.
The situation was only getting worse. A 10-day trial was scheduled for July 2026, almost a 2-year wait that guaranteed his name would stay stuck to these accusations for a long time. One day, he was performing in front of cheering fans, and the next, he was being walked out of an airport by Australian police.
You know how crazy life can just hit you, man. You know, 1 minute you're there, you know, he got a crowd jumping at it. You know, everyone dancing to your tune, and then next day you're just in cuffs, man. Like, man, I suppose why people say, man, you know, they say YOLO. Remember that, YOLO. You live once, you know, and live the fullest. Hey,
charges that could
live life like it's a last day on the planet.
Not just his career, but also take away his freedom. And just when the situation already seemed overwhelming for Philly, another legal problem surfaced, this time involving his behavior on the road. While he was out on bail for the Australian SA case, Philly appeared in the Perth Magistrates Court again in December 2024, facing an entirely separate charge. During this hearing, he admitted to driving at 158 kilometers per hour on Roe Highway.
This man was just, you know, dipping down. You know, man, I don't know what man's going through, man. You know what I mean? This situation, like, not a lot was been in. You know what I mean? This is a very unique situation to be in. You know what I mean? And wow, a very unfortunate individual situation to be in. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I guess maybe if things were in his mind, he was stressed out about something. He's just flying down. You know what I mean? 37 miles per hour over speed limit is yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's reckless for real.
Approximately 100 miles per hour, which is 60 kilometers or 40 miles per hour over the speed limit. He was caught on a speed camera on November 17, meaning he was driving at dangerous speeds while already restricted by strict bail conditions. His car was immediately impounded. The incident was a clear violation of safe driving laws, and later on he entered a guilty plea for the reckless driving charge. The court also adjusted his bail terms and he no longer had to report bail, but he was required to check in with police 3 times a week and remain in Western Australia until further notice. The reckless driving case didn't receive the same level of attention as the assault allegations, but it reinforced the idea that Philly was struggling to manage his behavior even under legal pressure.
Yeah, man. It's just me just going through a lot, honestly, like mentally, like this shit is tough, man. And do we know if this is like, you know, fully the truth, you know?
What nobody expected was for the situation to escalate even further, because just when it seemed like young Philly had hit rock bottom, an entirely new set of allegations emerged. And this time, they weren't from Australia, but from Spain. The new accusations came—
Oh man, another, it's like, you know what I mean? I was saying before, when it rains it pours, man, it's pouring. Another one. You see, when it's a pattern, then when it's a pattern, this is when I'm thinking, all right, this is leaning towards, this is looking like he's on a mad thing, like. Man.
From a British tourist who claimed Philly assaulted her during a holiday in Magaluf, one of Europe's most notorious party hotspots. According to early reports, the woman had been visiting the island with friends when she ran into Philly at a beach club where he had been performing that night. They crossed paths again later at a nightclub and eventually ended up at a hotel room with several people, including one of Philly's friends. What made this allegation even more complicated was the sequence described. She said she had consensual sex with Philly's friend earlier that night, but once she ended up alone with Philly in the room, the situation changed.
Sorry. She told police that she allegedly happened after she had, you know, consensual intercourse with one of young Philly's friends in the hotel room, and then she ended up alone with Philly. I thought to her, yeah, this is insane, because I'm from this I'm implying, I'm guessing that this was unconsensual with Philly, and he just grabbed her. I mean, Philly saw him with her, and he was like, nah, I want her, I want a piece, and just grabbed her like.
She claims that this is when the assault happened. Instead of reporting it in Spain right away, she waited until she returned to the UK, then filed a report with British police. They forwarded the case to the Spanish Civil Guard, who then passed it on to a judge in Palma, the capital city of Majorca, who officially opened a criminal investigation. Because of how Spain's legal system works, the investigation is happening entirely behind closed doors, where there is no public hearings, no updates, and everything is private until a trial is confirmed. The only confirmed detail is that a magistrate requested formal cooperation from Australian authorities to question Philly under oath on Spain's behalf, meaning that while he is already dealing with multiple charges in Australia, another country is now investigating him for a separate alleged—
Spain and Australia is on the same type of charges, bro.
The timing was devastating. For many people, one serious case was already career-ending, but investigations in 2 separate countries pushed the situation into an entirely different category. Angry fans were left commenting things like, is young Philly just going around assaulting women in different countries? What the F? And young Philly is finished SMH. The new allegations only made his case more complicated and forever changed how his fans viewed him. At this point, young Philly was facing the possibility of spending years in prison across 2 different nations. And for a lot of people, this was already enough to end any chance of a comeback. But as the fallout continued, something else happened. Old accusations began resurfacing.
I mean, I suppose when all this blows over at some point, I'm not sure when, I don't know when, you know, bruh, if he ends up being like innocent, It's tough because it's all his brands, deals, is all this relationships he had with other partners that I guess work with him. A lot of them probably don't anymore, I suppose, but I guess just start again, I suppose. But let's see what happens, man. Yeah.
That had once been ignored before. Back in 2021, Philly had already faced worrying allegations after several posts went viral, accusing him of messaging a 17-year-old girl named Alice Gomez and allegedly trying to meet up with her. At the time, the claims didn't gain as much traction, and many people dismissed them because there wasn't a major investigation attached to the situation.
Well, so he's been doing a thing. David Bummy. That what? Okay.
People dismissed them because there wasn't a major investigation attached to the situation. But after Philly was charged in Australia, those screenshots resurfaced across social media, and this time they spread much faster. Alice also came forward to narrate her experience, describing the whole situation.
4 years ago, I spoke to young Philly on Instagram DM. He DM'd me and I ended up going to his flat. Him and his management, they worked very hard to manipulate me, obviously me when I was 17.
After which she added,
to make me feel like if I said anything then...
Yo, this guy's dealing with a 17-year-old, man. You see, when guys can't deal with girls that their own age or similar, then it is alarm bells. I'll be honest. When it's significantly younger than him, he's 17, man.
They could ruin my life. My life would be over.
That's too much.
It'd be awful for me, awful for my mental health. So they convinced me to stay quiet.
And concluded with a post saying, "I've been receiving death threats and abuse for the past 24 hours, and many people thinking I am the woman being referred to in the incident that took place in Australia. It's disgusting to see the messages that I'm receiving, considering what Philly has been charged with, and seeing that people are still looking to blame anyone but him." She also posted a video confirming that she actually ended up meeting with Philly.
I feel like I've got a song.
Yeah, that's my man right there. Evidence right there.
People might not like all my songs, but then out of the, let's say, 10 they listen to, you like one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And if I don't, then what's
Then say it.
happening?
You're allowed to say it.
Okay.
I don't think no one actually gets offended when you say music.
This
Yeah. I think he ain't good with a guy like that. He's gotta use some manipulations tactics to get him to do what he wants, man. It's not getting from this, man. He ain't really got the suaveness. He's only know how to talk on a cool level, like,
situation
Yikes.
never result in formal charges, but looking at it after his latest allegations, it reinforced the idea that something had been very wrong for a long time. Fans had everything to say from, "I'm actually so shocked," the way he speaks highly of his mom and sisters, and now this, disgusting, to silly man, don't understand why he would do this when he's got so much to look forward to in life. I'm literally shocked. Around the same time these older allegations resurfaced, a TikToker named Big Jewy uploaded a video publicly defending young Philly and directly challenging the Perth accusation. In the clip, Big Jewy apologized to Philly, claiming that the Perth case had unfairly damaged how Australian women were being viewed online.
Before I go further into this video, I'd just like to take this time to apologize to young Philly. Deeply apologize. We are not like that. There are certain individuals that like to take things too far, and it gives the rest of us a bad name.
She then went further, naming the woman who accused Philly.
So the media is concealing who this female is. So everyone's like, who is this mysterious female? This mysterious female is Miss Emma Burns, the one and only stripper and sex worker.
And alleged that the encounter was consensual from the beginning.
Emma went to the hotel with them.
Because I was thinking in my brain, because it said before that she had consensual intercourse with his friends. So maybe it was just Philly's turn and then she was like, oh, let me just run a quick bag and just line him real quick and just get locked up and then get my cash and run the sun. But
Billy, and they both had a mutual agreement. When you have a mutual agreement, babes, it's consensual, so there's no rape.
It was his turn.
She also suggested that messages allegedly sent to one of her friends afterward contradicted the assault claims, implying that the situation had been exaggerated.
Emma Burns had then texted her friends and said, one of her friends, and told her friend how much of a good time she really had and that she was ready to go home. Could her friend book her an Uber? She then told her friend, oh, actually, I don't need it anymore. That doesn't sound like someone who's being sexually assaulted, Emma. That sounds like someone who's having a goddamn good time.
According to Big Jewy, this wasn't the first time Emma had tried to pull such a stunt. She allegedly tried to frame another...
At this point, he's really easily paid her. The time's confirmed. You shouldn't know what she's wearing. You know what I mean? And then what this shit happens. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's tough out here, man.
Artist.
Emma Burns has also done this to another rapper before. Sorry, she has tried to do this to another rapper.
You see when there's patterns, where sometimes there is more likely to be truth towards that.
Bryson Tyler, I don't really know who it is. But she has tried to do this to someone else before.
But the case didn't pull through due to inadequate evidence. The video spread quickly across TikTok and X, and some viewers used it to defend Philly, saying that Emma should be arrested if she loses and sent to jail for 10 years, while others criticized Big Jewy.
You see, there's an element of that where I think, yeah, I hear it. It's like the people that lie about being assaulted. We gotta do something about them people, because you're reaching and put people in prison. We gotta do something about that, because it really is. Is that justice? That ain't fair. Come on.
For public,
especially when they've done time in prison, and it ends up being when evidence comes out, and even maybe she comes out and says I was lying. Fucked up. Anyway, so 10 years of your life for no reason, bruh.
Attacking an alleged victim and involving herself into an active criminal case. One of Philly's ex-partners also posted a video publicly speaking about her own experiences with him, and from the start, she made it clear that she wasn't trying to comment on the allegations themselves or claim to know what happened in Perth, only that she wanted people to hear from someone who had actually known Philly personally.
I actually know Philly, so at least the people that are watching this can have something based on someone that actually knows him.
According to her, Philly had always made her feel comfortable.
My experiences with Philly made me feel comfortable
and never forced her.
Yeah, we already know he's into snow. He loves it snowing. But hey, clearly she clearly had some feelings for my man. That's why she came out to back him up for this after allegations and all that. But I think your experience with him, it doesn't really describe what really could have really happened. You weren't really there. So yeah, your time could have been amazing. You know what I mean? Took you to all these restaurants, you got flowers and all that. It's amazing. But if you really showed her and there's photos of her looking all bruised up and that, and a lot of these girls, Spain and Australia, have good evidence, and he's actually for real
to doing anything against her will.
If you don't want to do anything, if you don't want to, bear in mind we'd spoken last year, we'd been seeing each other last year, and even then he was like, if you don't want to do anything, if you're not comfortable, we don't have to.
But just like Big Jewy's video before, fans left comments like, how can she have her side of the story when she wasn't there? And just because his experience with her was good doesn't mean it's gonna be with everyone.
That's what did I just say? Because I could just predict people are already thinking,
Old clips of Philly resurfaced everywhere.
I know you get a bird from
I saw that he was start adding the patterns.
Not crazy.
What's going on here?
weren't like a joke. It was more like a, you know what I mean?
What the?
Moments that people had previously dismissed as jokes or typical
people that pick up on these little patterns of him,
being
like, you know, getting too close to the thing, grabbing a shirt like that, like, hey, chill, bruh.
Flirting that once seemed harmless.
I'm 19 on Saturday.
19 on Saturday. Where you going on Saturday?
London.
Okay, what club you going in London?
Liberty.
I'm gonna see you there, baby girl. Yeah? Cut that one now.
Or moments where he came across as really forward, all of it was now being reframed as evidence of a darker pattern. People who had met him began sharing their own impressions, some saying he was arrogant off camera.
When I told you this guy is very entitled and arrogant, and that's what people around him say, and this is what these people in the clips are saying, this is just a reflection of what happened.
Others claiming he acted aggressively around women, going as far as body shaming them.
You see, when your friends, people around you are kind of saying similar things about you, so they see what you're doing. You can't. It's hard to defend that.
And he's like sending me pictures of myself in my videos, like telling me he didn't like what I was wearing, or like he didn't how I looked in that video.
And that was the brutal part. The public had already formed its own conclusion. His name stopped being associated with the content he made, and instead became tied to the allegations, following him into every conversation. After months of strict bail conditions in Australia, a judge recently granted him permission to return to the UK for the first time since his arrest.
Now, in September this year, he successfully changed his bail conditions. Previously, he was stuck here in WA, but just weeks ago, he successfully changed those bail conditions, allowing him to travel to the UK for the next few months, including for Christmas and New Year.
District Court Judge Gary William Massey approved the change to his bail.
You have to make sure he can come back home to see fam for Christmas, man. Hey, shout out to lawyer, man. Lawyer the bail change
terms, allowing him to spend almost 4 months at home, after which he must travel back to Western Australia for a trial. Under the updated arrangement, Philly is required to return to Western Australia by January 7, 2026 and surrender his passport the following day. The court also imposed a $100,000 surety on top of his existing $100K personal undertaking, basically making him promise to return by making him pay another $100,000. Which he can get back if he does return. Additionally, all of his electronic devices must have location services switched on.
Track him wherever he goes, man. Yeah, you ain't grabbing no more women, bro. Go track you down. Yeah.
While he is overseas, allowing authorities to monitor his movements at all times. During his appearance, Philly confirmed he understood the revised conditions, thanked the judge, and left the court without making further comments. Since coming back to the UK, he has reportedly been staying with family, and his first post after months of silence was a lighthearted question.
You see, it's like when you start posting things like this, you know what I mean, things like that, and you're like thinking like, bro, can you read the room? What's going on here? Does the curly hair suit me, bro? The first thing you post after you come back from all that.
Whether curly hair suited him, he is also more active, especially on Snapchat.
I want to buy a bike.
Posting bears.
Like the road ones though, like I can go far and fast in. You get me? Recommend me some, or send me the link to the best one, or if you're a company, hit me up.
With many assuming he is trying to monetize whatever platform he still has access to now that his biggest brand deals are gone.
Sitting there on Snapchat trying to discuss his lifestyle again. Of course, his Snapchat is verified, so he's being paid in doing so, so he wants to try and make some money on return, you know, because he hasn't made an...
You gotta try and get some coins some way, man. And I suppose the only avenue he has right now is literally YouTube. Snapchat. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Money for
I bet his Snapchat just got bare dots because he's probably posting every single minute.
Past year and a half, everything has changed, all the brands and friends.
And regarding Philly's return from Perth, there have been speculations that the financial strain of living under tight restrictions, along with the ongoing costs of legal defense, may have influenced the court's decision to amend his bail conditions.
It is to pay for lawyers. This man is not Diddy. Well,
yeah, bro. See, that's the thing. That's the thing, when you lost your main source of income for all this, you You pay this bail money, you're paying lawyers. You still gotta pay lawyers. You're still under this investigation, bro. Peas is gonna run short, man. And you're gonna need to find peas from somewhere and try and do something to generate bread. So it makes sense why he's doing this snatching, I suppose. But I can also see why it's weird to a lot of these people, like, what are you posting? Why are you posting right now, bro? Like, are you like on an investigation? So yeah.
But tough, this man is not Diddy in regards to net worth. Diddy still has 300 million to his net worth after the trial was done.
None of this has been confirmed, but these theories continue circulating as people try to make sense of where his career and personal life stand today. A moment that received extra attention was a video of Philly saying that he's back at eating pork.
Hey, I'm back on the pork.
I'm back on the pork. Back on the oink. Yeah. I eat that oink shit. The oink pork shit. That's only. I'm guessing he used to follow Islam. I'm guessing.
Sleeping for years.
Yes.
I'm back on the pork. I was sleeping for years.
I'm sorry, this guy's such a clown, bro. Look at his stances.
Hey, I'm back on the pork. I was sleeping for years. I'm back on the pork.
Why was that?
I was sleeping for years. I'm back.
But since his closest friends Chunks and Harry Panero are Muslims, viewers saw it as a shot at all of his Muslim friends for not backing him. Some believe they chose to distance themselves to avoid being linked to the current allegations, especially during such a sensitive period for his public image. Creators began responding as well. YouTuber Bouncer released a video titled, I'm worried about young Philly. Can someone check up on him? Reacting to the clip of Philly talking about eating pork and suggesting that his recent behavior felt off.
And this is what made me just think, do you know what? Like, I need to check up on them, you get me? Like,
hey, I'm back on the pork.
I'm looking at it and I think something's off there. He don't look normal there. He don't look normal there.
In the video,
Bryce he's just trying to going through it, man. I think mentally, I can't even imagine what he's going through right now, but man, I can see where he's coming from, Bouncer, about like, he needs help. You know, his son is telling him something's off, someone needs a bit of help. You know what I mean?
Pulled up several other posts on Philly's social media, pointing to moments that in his
and he's posting something like this. All right, he's just posting whatever. He's just posting whatever now. Your feet now, guy. Oh man,
showed someone struggling rather than coping normally.
Yeah, now he's moving a little bit zesty.
But not everyone was happy with him making an appearance online. People started calling him out, questioning how he was assuming everything to be okay, and posting online as if nothing had happened. For instance, people criticized him for posting photos of him hugging his mother and sister, sparking an instant reaction across social media platforms. Gross. Why would he have someone take photos of his emotional reunion with his mom and sister then post it to his socials? And Snapchat, I don't care that young Philly uploaded a new story. Leave me alone.
What the Bouncer? He wasn't internet ready. I'm saying he wasn't.
Backlash intensified further when young Philly was spotted at Wembley Gym training alongside Chunks, which for many viewers,
go man and get a good workout. You know what I'm trying to say? I suppose when I find it,
reopened nasty wounds that hadn't even begun to heal. After months of silence and public distance, seeing them together again made people feel like Chunks was rooting for him. If it were the other way round and Chunks was the one with the accusations, there was no way that Philly would hang about with him.
See, I don't like pointing at this, man, because I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, you don't actually know the kind of guy Philly is. You don't know who he is, so you can't really make your assumptions about someone you don't know. You can only go off what you look at. You know what I mean?
Also, how obsessed,
bro. Like, look how long Chunks and Philly have been doing that thing for, man. You think he's just gonna back away from him if thing happened to him as well. Like,
with money Philly was,
man.
there was no way he would risk the bag for chunks. This was a dumb move and speaks volumes. And he will disown his son for his choice in religion, but support an alleged rapist. And as the backlash plays out online, the legal situation hasn't paused. Meanwhile, the Magaluf investigation in Spain continues. Authorities there are handling the case behind closed doors, and
Spain handle it indoors, man. Hey, keeping it quiet, keeping it.
Judge in Palma has already taken steps to coordinate with Australian officials as part of the ongoing process. His Australian trial is expected to be lengthy, and the Spanish probe could also move forward to charges if the judge believes there is enough material. Philly will eventually have to face both cases directly, and the results will determine what happens to his career, his freedom, and his future. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably
2 cases at the same time, man. Yo, shout out to my man, Richard, man, COVID, man. 2 cases at the same time. He's gotta face some charges, more money, lawyers, man. It's sad to see, man. It's sad to see this downfall, man. But hey, maybe he can come through this. Maybe he can't. Well, hey, that's the vid today, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, in a bit.